is Craig King. I'm President and CEO of the J.P. King Auction Company, and I'll be your auctioneer for the Crossroads Farms in Dawsonville, Georgia. Wanted to go over some information that might be helpful for you as you prepare for the auction sale. First of all, I'd like to introduce our company. We're the J.P. King Auction Company. We're based over in Gadsden, Alabama. We're a 100-plus-year-old real estate auction company that's worked in all 50 states and 6 countries. And it's our pleasure to be working with the Beaulayer Estate heirs on the auction of the beautiful Crossroads Farm. First of all, why would the heirs of the Beaulayer Estate elect to use the auction process in selling this property? Well, the auction will allow for them to sell this property in a shorter time period, and it will allow for them to use the auction process to establish the market sales price for this property. So what do you need to do to prepare for the auction and be a bidder for the auction of the Crossroads Farm? First of all, in order to participate, we invite you to inspect the property and get the properties and the parcels that you're interested in selected so that you'll be prepared to bid on auction day. Also, after you've inspected the property, we encourage you to go to our website at jpking.com and pre-register, which will help facilitate your registration process on auction day. Also, we encourage you'll need to bring your 10% down payment for the properties that you plan to bid on auction day, as you will need to have a driver's license and a personal or company check for your 10% deposit on auction day. Now, some of the properties are available for inspection prior to the auction, but to help you, we've got auction inspection days scheduled for Wednesday, October the 27th, October the 30th, which is Saturday, and then November 6th, 7th, and 9th, where you'll be available to come to the main property. That is the main house on the property, where you can come by and get more information and go out and inspect the various properties. Now, we want to let you know that there is a property that is currently occupied, and that is the property located on K1. That property will require a special appointment in order to view that property, as it will be selling subject to the existing lease. Now, how will this property be sold? At J.P. King, we utilize a process that's very beneficial to the buyers. And that is the process that we call selling by the high bidder's choice method. Because you will have inspected these properties in advance, we encourage you to establish a price that you're willing to bid for those properties. And then when we go into the auction process, we'll be selling where when you're the highest bidder, you will select the parcel or parcels you want at that price per acre. So if you're interested in just one parcel, you can make that selection. If you're interested in multiple parcels, you can make that selection as well at that price per acre. Once you've made that selection, we will give you those parcels that were selected. You can mark those off of an inventory sheet that you will have on auction day. And then we begin that process once again, where the next highest bidder will then be able to select from those remaining tracts. And we continue that process until all those parcels have been selected. At that point, that concludes session number 1. And then we will move into session number 2, where we allow buyers, if they choose, to regroup any of combination of parcels that they may want, or as an entirety in the event someone wants it all, they can do so. However, they will be required to increase the bid a minimum of 5% over what the property brought in session number 1. In addition to that, we want to let you know that all the properties have been surveyed, and the seller is seeking reimbursement for a portion of that survey expense in the amount of $200 per parcel plus $25 per acre. And that will be payable at closing for the survey of the property. Now, that covers the establishment of the corners of the properties. If you want additional lines run, that would be at your expense if you want the lines run on the various parcels. We also want to remind you that the auction will include a 10% buyer's premium that will be added to your final bid price at the conclusion of the bidding to establish your total contract price. So in addition to your normal closing costs, there will be a 10% buyer's premium and a survey fee to help reimburse the seller for a portion of their survey cost. There are various ag lenders that would be helpful and offer financing for the property, such as Georgia Ag Credit or the Farm Credit Banks. You can reach out to any of those, but the sales will not be subject to financing, so you will need to pre-arrange and pre-qualify for that financing if you will be seeking financing for the properties. Now, you will see in our auction marketing materials that a portion of the properties will be selling by what we call an unreserved or absolute auction. So what does that mean? Well, if you'll look in your brochure, you'll see areas 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those areas, which encompass somewhere around 310 acres and 24 parcels, they will be sold to the highest bidders with no minimums and no reserves. You also see in the brochure that a portion of the property north of Kelly Bridge Road, approximately 478 acres and 13 parcels with a cabin, that property will be sold with owner confirmation. So what does that mean? Well, that just means that at the conclusion of the auction, the heirs do reserve the right to reject the bids if the bids do not reflect a fair value for them. It is their intentions to sell all of this property on auction day. So let's talk about auction day. It's an exciting event. You will need to prepare, like I said, and bring your 10% deposit for auction day. And we'll be conducting the auction from the beautiful Crystal Falls venue that's located at the Crystal Falls Lake and Golf Course. Now, we will not be in the clubhouse, but we will actually be in the Crystal Falls venue, and we'll have directions that will help direct you to the sale site. Now, we'll be actually selling the property from out under an auction tent there at the venue. So depending on the weather, you want to be sure and dress appropriately, as it will be outside under the auction tent. And it'll take a couple of hours, probably 3 or 4 hours, to conclude the auction and sell all of this property. We will have lunch available for all of our prospective bidders. Now, on auction day, we encourage you to arrive early so you can get all of the updates that we may have for the property and complete your registration. We'll be there available for registrations beginning at 8:30, and this is on November the 10th, auction day, there at the Crystal Falls venue. And again, just follow the signs. You can park out front and follow the signs through the venue down to the tent located behind the venue. Once again, when the bidding's concluded, you'll pay a 10% down payment on auction day. Personal checks will be accepted, and all closings will be conducted within 30 days. If you want more information, we encourage you to go to the JP King website and get more information there, or if you need personal questions answered, you can call us at JP King at 800-558-5464. We look forward to seeing you at Crystal Falls Venue on November the 10th, and thank you for watching.